This article contains spoilers for Amazing Spider-Man. Number 10. Marvel has at last admitted what fans have known for years. Spider-Man loves the dead Gwen Stacy more than the still-living Mary Jane. Peter Parker was deeply affected by Gwen Stacy's death, and it remains one of the very few deaths in comics that has yet to be undone. Every potential resurrection was later revealed to be a clone, shapeshifter, or other illusion. Previews for Amazing Spider-Man number 10 reveals that even the godlike Celestials themselves agree that Peter still loves Gwen Stacy. And now she has returned to judge Spider-Man's fate. The AXE Judgment Day crossover event, in which a massive war ignited between the X-Men and Eternals, has gone horribly wrong. The war awakened the sleeping progenitor Celestial. This Celestial, wielding tremendous godlike power, decides the beings of Earth have acted irresponsibly and are perhaps unworthy of existence. It decides to judge every human, mutant and eternal on Earth, and if too many beings are found lacking, the Celestial will destroy the planet and everyone on it. The Celestial occasionally appears to the accused as people whom they know, often family members and loved ones. For example, it appears to Destiny as Mystique, Ms. Marvel as Carol Danvers, and Daredevil as Jesus Christ himself. In a preview for Amazing Spider-Man number 10, written by Zeb Wells with art by Nick Dragotta, Spider-Man is finally met by the progenitor Celestial in the guise of Gwen Stacy. The bright red eyes and blinding light make it abundantly clear that this is not a true resurrection, but rather the form that the Celestial has decided to take while judging Peter. Note the forms the Celestial did not decide to take: Uncle Ben, Aunt May or Mary Jane. This suggests that Peter, after all this time, still respects and/or loves Gwen Stacy more than any living person in his life. The death of Gwen Stacy was a traumatic event in Spider-Man's life and still stands as his greatest failure. Despite stopping Gwen's fall from the Queensboro Bridge using his web abilities, Spider-Man still failed to save her life. Peter has been unable to move on ever since. Just before his wedding to Mary Jane, he still stared at a picture of Gwen and dreamed she arrived at his wedding only to vanish. After over 50 real-world years, Peter still cannot overcome Gwen's death, and despite Mary Jane's constant support, he still loves his first significant other over anyone else. The fact that Peter can't move on from Gwen's death suggests one of his most prominent early flaws is still in effect. Spider-Man's mantra of power and responsibility also applies to himself. He has a responsibility to accept Gwen's death as an unchanging moment in time and move on. Unfortunately, Spider-Man's greatest flaw is his inability to move on from anything, especially his own failures.